You don't box, though, yourself, do you?
I do box, yeah.
You do box?
Yeah.
You any good?
I'm
yeah,
not
because
bad.
you've been hoping to get a fight with Liam Gallagher.
Yeah.
Now... I mean, well, maybe should rephrase that, because you wanna box him in the ring.
Yes.
Is this a genuine offer, a genuine challenge that you're putting out there?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I've got to inhabit various different things throughout my career. Like with Soccer Aid, I get to pretend to be a footballer, and when I'm on stage, I get to pretend I'm a singer. And, you know, I just want to experience lots of different things. And I've been boxing, and I love it. And if there's anybody that I want to box, is Liam Gallagher. So
could we ask you why? What's the... Is there kind of a... Because you could box your new friend Tyson Fury if you wanted, I imagine.
Yeah, no, I want someone I can beat.
But is there beef between you and Liam? Is it? Because I can imagine...
There was in the 90s.
Yeah. But you were friends for a while as well, weren't you?
Well, we hung out in the same sort of circles. I wouldn't necessarily say that we were friends. But, you know, if there's... there we are. 1995.
Look, I mean, well,
he's actually gently cupping my balls there.
Yeah. And so you've offered this, but he hasn't responded, or has he just said no? What's the...
Do you know what? He hasn't responded twice. And I'd really like to do it. I've spoken to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn's up for it.
So you do... And he's a promoter, isn't he, Eddie Hearn?
Yeah.
Is this a big... So you do it as a charity event, would you?
No.
OK.
No.
Well, that's the Christmas spirit right there.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about Christmas at home. Is it a big deal in the Williams family home now?
It's a lot of everything. It's too much of everything.
Because you've got 3 children, haven't you?
Got 3 children. But
how old are they now?
There's Teddy, who's 7, Charlie, who's 5, and Coco, that's 14 months old.
Nice.
And my wife is like a professional memory maker. She's like from LA, and like all the sort of anniversaries and Valentines and Christmases and birthdays have to be absolutely perfect. Yeah. And I've sort of got taken away with that energy. She creates these completely unique and incredible moments. And it's another reason why I've done this Christmas album, is because of her. She's made me love Christmas again. Had you fallen out of love with Christmas? Well, there's that... Christmas for me as a kid was sort of like, wow, and then you become a teenager and you drink and it's like, way, and then you drink too much, and I did too many drugs.
And it becomes...
And then that all gets taken away from you, and then you're left to sort out the stuff. Yeah. You know, there's the crutch that your medicine was cocaine and booze and all of that business, and then you're left with nothing, and then you have to sort out the demons that are there. And then Christmas becomes a symbol of everybody else is having a good time and love, and you hate it. But then I met my wife, because, like, if Christmas fell on a Tuesday, it'd just be a Tuesday. But then the wife came in, turned everything on its head, and made me love Christmas. How lovely. Yeah. That's really lovely. That's really lovely. And you're clean now, of course? I haven't had a drink for 19 years. Wow. Yeah. Thank you. That's amazing. It's what's weird. So since 2000? Yeah, about 2000. So are there chunks of time, if you look back and you see clips of things, are there chunks of time that you don't remember? That you can't... So the whole period... So if you see, like, even performances, even, like, quite big things? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, like most stuff. Everything happened in a blur, whether I would be drunk or off my head or sober. You know, I was sober at Nebworth, I can't remember any of it. Wow. But everything just is so quick-paced, and you're in one country one morning, then in the afternoon you're in another country, and you're doing this great, prestigious thing, an award and thing, and before you know it, you weren't there for it. Yeah, it blurs together, I guess. Yes. Wow, and there must be moments as well when you've had altered reality experiences. I know, was it Bono's house? Yes, yes. I took some magic mushrooms, and Bono was throwing a party. And I went round there, and it was getting later and later, and it went into the early morning. He wasn't on mushrooms, by the way, just Guinness for him. Good to add that. And I was looking at this incredible painting, and I was like, this is the most incredible painting I've ever seen. And I was like, of course, Bono's going to have the most incredible painting I've ever seen. He's in the best band that's ever been. And then out of nowhere, Bono appeared, and I said, Bono, this is the most incredible painting I've ever seen. And he said, Robbie, that's the window. But, I mean, you know, thank goodness you're out of that. And that's what a lovely thing, especially being a father now. You know, you want to be straight, you want to be clean. And Elton John played a part in helping you get away from that lifestyle, didn't he? Yes, yeah, he did. He really tried to help. There's like in the early days when I first was getting sober. Well, there was a week until I had to go to rehab, and I got 2 vocals to do on my first album. One of them was Angels, and one of them was Let Me Entertain You. But I was going to do these vocals, then go to rehab, and Elton invited me around to his house to listen to the work that I'd done that far. That morning, I get in a black cab, and I had this game that I used to play where I used to stop at every pub I saw and have half a pint. And I'd had like 10 half a pints before I got to the studio. Anyway, I ended up under the mixing desk, had a bit of red wine, and then I knew that I'd got to go around to Elton's at 3 o'clock. I went round to Elton's, and he opened the door, and I was sort of button crooked, and I'd got food down me and red wine stains and whatever. And I sort of gave him tape, and he was like, "You're going to go to rehab." And I was like, "I'm going to go to rehab." And he said, "You're going to go to rehab now." And I went, "I can't go to rehab now. I'm going next week." And he said, "No, you've got to go to rehab now." And I said, "I've got to go to rehab now." And this kept going up back and forth at the door. And bless him, I was still drunk. He took me to his house in Windsor, put me up for the evening. And I was thinking, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll apologise profusely, and I'll get out of it somehow. And I'm lying in bed, and then I kind of wake up, but I haven't opened my eyes, and there's like a knock on my shoulder, and I look, and there's a pair of legs, and a pair of other legs, and a pair of other legs, and I look up, and it's like Elton John and David Furnish, and a doctor and a psychiatrist. Wow. And they're here to take me away.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't think I'm getting out of this. You know, so I was going to use all my Stoke-on-Trent Wiley stuff to...
Use your charm.
Use my charm. And I just remember being sat on this massive sofa at Alton's while 4 of the people were over the other side of the sofa, and they were going, you know, so we're going to take you to a detox centre, and then from the detox centre you'll go to rehab. And I was like, thing is... I've got to do 2 vocals for my... And I'm going to go to rehab anyway on Friday, so I don't have to do this. And I was doing this at the time, and they went, "Look, you've got cocaine psychosis." And I was like that. And they said, "You've got to go to rehab now." And I was like, "I've got to go to rehab now." And this went on again. Anyway, so I get taken to a detox centre somewhere south of the river, and it was proper One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest sort of stuff.
Locked in kind of thing.
Yeah. And then I went into my bedroom, and I opened the curtains, and there was like bars and a brick wall. England were playing Poland. And it was on Channel 5. And I don't know if you remember, but it was quite difficult to get Channel 5.
It was.
So I turned the television on in the room and couldn't get Channel 5. And now I'm just looking up like that, thinking, how am I going to get out? So I tried to escape, and they caught me.
Hold it. How did you try to escape? What did you do?
By walking out.
Oh. So you shuffled out and just tried to make a break for it?
I shuffled out, tried to make a break for it, but they wouldn't let me leave until they'd got, like, my psychiatrist to come and spring me out. And I ended up with a pint of Guinness watching Poland versus England. Anyway, a few days later, I recorded Let Me Entertain You and Angels. I went to rehab, and I'd like to say I've been sober ever since. But it's not true.
Wow. You know, it's so good to see you healthy and well, and you've got a family now. I mean, you're just enjoying life, aren't you?
Gosh, you know, it's taken a long, long time, but I genuinely feel comfortable in my skin. I love my wife. I absolutely adore her. My children have changed my world immeasurably. Yeah, I mean, praise the Lord. It took ages, but I'm there now.
It's amazing. That's such isn't that a lovely story? So nice to hear that. Great to have you on the show. I know everyone here is super excited you're here, as am I. You performed a tremendous number at the top, and you do another number for us at the end of the show, which is great. Will you stick around, because your friend David Walliams is about to come out?
Yeah, please.
He's going to stick around. Ladies and gentlemen, Robbie Williams.